Hi there, everybody. I'm Victoria, your whimsical DM, and this is episode 10 of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We made it to double digits, y'all. This is gonna be a slightly shorter session tonight, but before we get started, we've got some announcements, and a recap. Kristy, play the clip.
Welcome to the show, and now a word from our sponsors. First off, thanks to Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is a Canadian-based dice company that supplies all kinds of cool tabletop gear. Check them out on their Twitter at LittleDragonCo1 to stay updated on all their awesome products. Remember, you can use our brand new coupon code BONUS when you head over to littledragoncorp.com and get 15% off your order. Once again, the coupon code is BONUS, BONUS. Also thanks to Cardboard Castle Games. They are a lovely little brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. Remember to go check them out if you're in the area. Stop by and tell them that Proficiency Bonus sent you, and they might just give you 10% off your in-store order. If you're not in Evans, Georgia, don't fret. You can check them out online at their website, cardboardcastlegames.com. Also, big thanks to Sirenscape for the amazing atmospheric sounds and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download the Sirenscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets that are included when you get started. You don't even need to register. Go to Sirenscape.com to find out more. Additional thanks as well to Adrian Von Ziegler for providing some of the additional music we use here and on Wednesday nights. He's a talented composer with great content usage rules, so go check out his YouTube and Patreon and support him if you can. Don't forget to check out our other games. Our schedule is posted down below the Twitch feed. We stream basically every day here at Provo. We have games for several of the major published 5e modules, as well as some homebrew games, and some of our other games feature systems other than 5e, like Star Wars, Power Rangers, and Alien. Hopefully, we have something up your alley. We now have a community Discord with public channels. Please come check it out and come hang out with us. We are always welcoming new GMs, players, and other friends to our family. All experience levels are welcome, from veteran gamers to total newbies. We encourage people of color, LGBTQI+ nerds, and gamers to join us as well. I think that's everything. Back to you, DM.
That I would assume they are fat shaming me. I'm not gonna lie.
We're live, guys. Sorry, I just.
Hi, we're back. It's time. It's time for the recap. Go for it, Ink.
Wow, guys! Last time on The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the secrets of the Witchlight Carnival began to arise as the party had made contact with Kettlesteam, a very naughty and troublemaking Kenku, who let the party know about a strange deal that it seems that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light had made to keep the carnival open, possibly with a group of witches known as the Hourglass. So, with the party going back to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light with Kettlesteam in tow, it was time to get some answers. Most specifically by Ego, who had made a deal with Mr. Light for 3 truthful answers to their questions in exchange for helping to find Kettlesteam. These questions essentially boiling down to, why are all of the people going missing? What did you do? Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are very, very smart men, however, and so they were only able to answer in ways that were not fully satisfying, we'll say. But it would seem that they had made an agreement also with another carnival to see who could run the best one. And so, in a competition of sorts, we'll say, they exchanged carnivals for a period of time. This did not fully answer where all of the people had been going missing, though. So when Ego pushed a little bit further on that, and honestly the entire party pushed on that point, we were only told that we could not be told, only shown. But that we would be going away for some time. With this dawning on the party, they decided to make their peace with their time that they would be spending here at the carnival, take a time to rest and talk with each other, and await to see at least who got crowned the monarch of the festival for the night. a heart-to-heart with the party about the things that they had lost when they were children, when they first met, when the initial bonds of this party had been formed years ago. Each member of the party had something taken from them, and each of them wanted it back, hoping that if they could find the people that were lost, they could find the things that they themselves had lost along the way. With nothing else to do, the party went to go see who was crowned the Witchlight Monarch, where, to the happiness of 3 of the 4 members, Don was crowned the monarch for the night, having provided so much joy to everyone in the carnival as well as to his 3 friends. With the magic of the festivities done for the night, the party returned back behind the tent to speak with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, who led them to the Hall of Illusions, to a particular mirror. This mirror, they said, would bring them to where their questions could be properly answered. A mirror to the Feywild. At least I think. We don't know. We're currently going there, falling through the mirror, 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 4 by 1. All of us, together, at the same time. That's where we pick up.
Thank you for that, Ink. And Kristy, you may have D6 Bardic Inspiration for your contribution to the start of our games. Let me switch to something. Oh. Hold on, sorry. Getting Sirenscape to do what I want. There we go. Okay. So, when we left off, you had each been pulled through this mirror with this dark, swirling, cloudy surface. Oh, Danica, come back.
There we
go.
Sorry.
You're good. First Dove, then Ego, then Clover, and finally Dawn, who was held back for an extra moment by the proprietors of the carnival and given a message. Now, what happens following your entrance into the mirror is both the blink of an eye and what feels like an eternity. Dove, Ego, and Dawn. As you step through this mirror, it's sort of like seeing a doorway in front of you, and the focal length, like the perspective, stretches and stretches, and you see your own foot stepping forward and stretching as colors and shapes and sounds that you have never heard and cannot describe flash before your eyes. You feel this tugging at your navel as you are transported in a way that your body is telling you is not natural and not sustainable, and yet onward you go. And suddenly, once again, in the blink of an eye, and yet after what feels like an almost physiologically unbearable amount of time, your feet land on solid ground. Clover. As you step through this mirror, you go through the same experience. You see your friends around you, and the rest of you also see you see each other and Clover passing through this infinitely stretching tunnel of color and light. But Clover, it's almost as if something pulls you sideways, or as if something crashes into you from the side, and you are hurtled off in another direction, which all of you are very briefly, like, vaguely aware of. But you're moving so fast that there's no way for you to quite do anything about it in the moment. You are progression personified. You have to move, you have to go, you have to get out of this space. Clover. Suddenly you find yourself floating in a sea of darkness. The shapes, the light, the color, the sound is gone. Nothing solid is around you. You are floating, like, as if in a warm bath. What do you do?
I think she panics a little.
Mm-hmm. What does that involve?
I think her wings are like I know she's floating, but she starts like just fluttering, and her tail is clearly like poofed and a little bit agitated, and her ears are flat against her head as she's like desperately looking around, and she'll start calling out like, Dove? Eagle? Dawn? Guys?
So your wings flutter and you feel a sense of forward movement with this sort of flight, even though you are like sort of, it's like suspension in nothing.
Yeah.
A very distorting feeling. And as you progress, you begin to see these little pinpricks of light that slowly pass overhead as if like this dome is closing over you and underneath you and all around you. Little pinpricks of light passing by, winking open like eyes. And you see a little shape, a little black shape, not too far ahead. And it's getting bigger.
I want to try and get there faster.
Yeah, it gets bigger, and as you continue with the intent of moving in that direction, you begin to approach it faster, and it gets larger. Although not too large, because what appears before you is a jet black cat with short, sleek fur and silvery eyes that glow like starlight. And the cat will walk up to you, and it begins to just weave through your legs.
Hi.
You can hear it purring.
I think she purrs back.
It'll put its paws up, like on your leg,
Oh.
like it's asking to be picked up.
Yeah, I pick it up.
It'll curl up
Oh,
against your chest.
oh, I just hug it.
You can feel it making like little biscuits
Oh,
on you.
are you lost too?
In a sense, but
Oh.
I was the one who brought you here. You don't remember me?
I thought you were a dream.
No. A dream wouldn't explain all of the special things that you can do. The cat looks up at you, and you can swear that it's like grinning, and you just see like a little bit of mischief in your eyes. In its eyes. We don't have too much time. I can only keep you here for so long, and you have places to go, people to be reunited with.
Yeah. How are you?
That's an interesting question. I am how I have always been, at least for a very, very long time.
Why did you bring me here?
That's the question I was hoping you would ask. It's to give you a gift. You know, I was watching. I had little friends watching you at that carnival. I saw what you did to your cousin.
Oh, like kind of
No,
like
no,
with
no.
one hand, I kind
No.
of just cover my other, like kind of like don't look at me.
So you feel, when you do that, you feel the cat pull away a little bit, and you feel something graze your chin and pull your hand away. And the cat is no longer in your arms. In front of you is a being of pure darkness.
Oh shit.
Humanoid in shape, a little bit hard to tell any features, but just as if this void and darkness that is around you were personified. It is standing before you, and it has a little hand on your cheek and is pulling away your other hand from your pulling away your hand from your face. Figured I would change things up a little bit.
How?
Because I wished it.
Wow.
Now, Why do you feel guilty about what you did to your cousin? That's the first time I've seen you show spine since we've been friends, and I'm proud of you for it.
You are?
I am. It takes a lot of courage to stand by yourself in the face of people who wish to see you knocked down a peg. It's a lonely path, but I'm proud of you for taking the first step.
So I shouldn't feel guilty?
No. Not when they deserve it.
How do I know if they deserve it?
Instinct.
I guess I haven't really had much instinct lately.
It's there. You just don't know how to listen to it yet, but I want to help you wake that up a little bit.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
2 things that I want to give you that might bring you a little bit closer to these animals that you feel that you have such an affinity for, that I myself prefer to take the shape of. First, I grant you the sight of a cat, and they, can't really tell, wipe their, thumbs over your eyes. And you don't feel any change, but you can tell that some of these little pinpricks of light in the distance become a bit clearer.
Oh. Wow. This is really
This will
cool.
mean a little bit more somewhere else. It's, the effect doesn't quite, hit as hard when you are in an endless void.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Can't do much about that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
And the other thing that I would like to give you...
There's more?
There is. Since you showed spine, why don't we give you a little bit more power to protect yourself?
Okay.
And you feel like a brush, like the figure is standing before you, but you feel like a brush down your spine, and it doesn't hurt, but you feel something emerges from between your wings and from out of your chest. And as you look down at yourself, you see armor made of starlight, little pinpricks, like a very thin, gauzy veil of void. And within it are little bits of light.
It's so pretty. Thank you.
You should be careful about saying that where you're going. It's fine to appreciate the gifts that are given to you, but if you're too quick to show gratitude, reciprocation will be expected.
Oh. But isn't that good?
Do you want to owe people something?
I mean, if they do something for me, I think that's fair.
And what if they asked you to do something horrible?
Like what?
Hurting somebody who doesn't deserve it?
Oh.
Taking a life? Are you ready for that?
No. No, I would...
You may have to be.
Why?
I don't quite know, but I know that where you're heading...
Is it dangerous?
Very. It's where we first met, you know.
I had a feeling, I wasn't sure. But that
It
makes
is.
more sense now that I know it wasn't just a dream.
It wasn't. While you're there, could you do me a favor?
Of course.
I need you to get something for me, or 3 things, rather.
Okay.
Can you get me a shard of the present, a key to the past, and a thread of the future?
I'll do my best, yeah. I don't know what those look like, but...
Just... I think you'll find that where you're going, concepts can be more physical. And sometimes the thing that you're looking for is hiding in plain sight. And the thing may not be a thing at all. It could be a person. It could be something very mundane. It's whatever you decide it is, and if I feel that it is fitting enough for what I'm asking for, it'll do the job. I just need a little bit of a boost. And those will help.
I think I can do that, yeah. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Now,
Thank you.
come. We need to return you to your friends. It's
Yes, please.
a bit taxing to keep you here for this long.
Wait, can... And she's kind of like, can I give you a hug? Now that...
Maybe next time.
Okay.
But don't worry. If you do these, if you get these things for me, I'll give you something in return. And you can have a hug.
Thanks. It's good to see you.
The being will hold out their hand for you. They'll take your hand. And it's very warm and very soft, and it's there, but it's not. It's ever so slightly incorporeal.
Okay.
And this being will walk with you through the darkness and leads you slowly to a single pinprick of light, a single star. And as this light washes over you, you suddenly appear before your friends.
Them I do
Melody.
hug. I don't even ask, I just hug them because I'm so... I'm like, I thought I lost you.
All right.
So, as all of you find your transport complete, and Clover was only gone from you for a second or two after you arrived, you find that you stand at the edge of a raised and broken causeway under a hazy, twilight sky. The causeway, which is built from pale stones that glow faintly from within, towers over the surrounding landscape, but large sections of it have crumbled away. These parts that remain in place are separated by large gaps where portions have collapsed. A fog-shrouded swamp spreads out below you in all directions, and up from its murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. Also rising from the swamp is the music of nature, a discordant symphony of croaking frogs and singing birds.
Okay.
Dawn.
Oh boy.
Just after your hooves hit the ground, you take in this like very earthy scent of rot, and just like pungent vegetation, but a little gust of wind blows past you, and only you, and it carries upon it the scent of wildflowers and just the faintest sound of violin music. And for a brief moment, this wind ruffles your suit and your hair, and you feel whole again. The thing that is missing from you for a brief instant is there. You hear a voice whisper in your ear, "Thanks for the ride, but you shan't be needing those anymore." And your briefcase is yanked from your hand, and your pen that you keep in your little pocket is also pulled out by an unseen force and like slammed on the ground, and papers whirl around you, and you completely lose sight of everything for a second. And that feeling of being reunited with your missing piece fades, fleeting as the wind.
Now, wait just a second. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. My papers. Oh.
So, as you go to grab your papers, they crumble and disintegrate instantly.
Oh no!
And
Oh,
you
no!
suddenly see where your briefcase was. But there's no briefcase there anymore. Instead,
Oh.
resting on the ground, as you reach your hand out, this briefcase explodes into a cloud of yellow dandelions and leaves a round wooden shield painted bright yellow with a curled satyr horn design painted on the front of it. You see You see your single, your little dandelion puff, the wishing puff that you got from Northwind at the carnival, is resting on top of it. Definitely worse for wear because it's literally a dandelion puff and it's been in your briefcase for 8 hours. And then it transported across planes. But it's there. It has a couple of little seeds left. And beside it, you see your pen also transforms and becomes a simple longsword.
Oh my god, I love
That's
it!
so fun!
Cool!
I love it!
Kingdom Hearts, motherfucker!
Hell yeah! Let's go, beach! Oh, that is so cool.
I'm so fucking fired.
Were those papers important?
Yes. That was the taxes and bills of at least 20% of Waterdeep's population.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Dawn.
That sounds like a lot, but it wasn't a very brief.
Briefcase of holding?
Kind of like slides his hand down like the shield.
It's just like a wooden buckler shield. Nothing too fancy, but it has that like it's painted to look like a dandelion, like a yellow dandelion, with the design of like a curled satyr's horn on the front of it.
Mm-hmm. At least you don't have to do that paperwork.
Okay. Okay.
Take deep breaths. I know what it's like when you lose work. Just take deep breaths.
Thanks. I'm taking my deep breaths.
Think about the positives. We're all alive.
I
You're
can't
still
think
here.
positive. We've already talked about this.
I know, but think about the silver. I don't know.
I hope we're alive. I hope that mirror didn't just capture our soul.
I don't.
Ego.
I don't think so.
As the disorientation of the transport fades, you feel something awaken within yourself as you take in the space around you and the swamp that stretches out below you for as far as you can see. You get this nagging sensation. It is a hunger that wells up from within the deep recesses of your person, but also a thorn embedded under your skin that you're itching to pull out.
Oop.
Something that you've missed for a long time is singing out to you now.
Oh, I listen more close. The like Don wailing about the papers and then everyone else trying to comfort him. It like just it gets quieter and quieter and quieter, and I just am not paying attention to it, and I'm listening to that.
It's a song that you hear it but you don't. It's not with your ears. You feel it inside of who you are. The feeling that you have right now is like when you put something down in a room and you leave the room and you forgot that it was there. You go back and you know that it's in there and you cannot find it, but you know that it's close. That's the feeling that you have. You don't have a sense of direction or distance, but you know that something is here and it's looking to be reunited with you.
Hey, but where the hell did they send us?
I think we're in the Feywild.
It looks like it's just a swamp. Does the swamp look unusual? Or is it like a regular looking swamp?
Well, hold on, let me move everybody who's on the Roll20 so that you can see some stuff.
Like on his knees.
I know, Danica, I know it's hard for you with your computer, like with the tabs, but they're... Oh, you are in there.
I have it on my phone.
Aha.
Very small, but I have it.
Oh wow.
So do you see like a little segment of this map on the left?
Bottom left, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like I thought it was having trouble loading. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's you've only the fog of war, all that good stuff.
All
The
right.
Elden Ring fog.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the swamp below you can see it's like a tangle of mangroves and just like muck and murk and water. And there is a fairly thick fog that seems to be covering large swaths of it. But in terms of like anything unusual, you don't particularly see anything unusual from this distance.
We should probably start walking, regardless of where we are.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Well, staying here isn't going to do anything. I don't think anyone's coming to get us. It could be night before we know it.
And we should be
See if
careful.
we can try and get somewhere.
My friend said it's dangerous here.
Well, that's probably what those are for. Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean, your friend?
That's why I was lost for a second. I didn't see you guys for a little while. And he, like, took me away to talk to me real quick. Or they took me away to talk to me real quick. And they told...
Just now?
Yeah, just now. Yeah, and they said it's really dangerous here, so we have to be careful. Because people or creatures here might make us do really bad things if we're not careful.
You just met a friend in the void between the places?
Yeah,
That is something.
I used to... Well, I thought they were dreams, but I guess they're real, and it kind of makes sense that they would be real. But I met them a long time ago. When I first went missing in the material world.
Material girl.
Material girl!
I guess we're on the right track then to finding your lost thing. You're meeting the thing you met when you came here the first time. So I guess we're in the right place.
I think we all are.
Regardless of where we are physically, I think that if we walk the path, then it will be the path of our past.
Very cryptic, Ego.
It's very accurate, Ego.
Ego is always like that. A boulevard of broken dreams, perhaps.
Wow.
But it's only me, and I walk alone. Dawn.
Ego.
Trip Ego.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry about your things, but we should go. And you should take those with you.
You don't even know if I know how to use these. I do. I used to...
Oh, you
Never
do
mind.
now?
I know how to use them. That's all that matters. He'll take them up. And he's just gonna hold them up to, like, the sky. I just want you to know, gods, I'm not happy about this.
You're not happy about anything.
You just hear frogs croaking and birds and bugs chirping.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway.
I wish I had my traveling cloak.
Which way are we going to go? Then
this way. And I start walking in a direction.
So you quickly realize that you are on a segment of like a raised like highway about 100 feet up in the air, and it is broken on either side. So you are like on a little island. The next segment in either direction is like a few hundred feet off.
Wait. So, a highway?
Yeah, it's
like
it's
in the
like
picture?
like a big, so like on the map it's basically
On the
this
map.
like stone sort of like, think like the Roman aqueducts but a road.
Yeah,
Ooh,
we're
okay.
up on top of that, looking down.
Yeah, you are like on this stone like raised walkway that is about 20 feet wide and 100 feet up from the surface.
I will walk to the edge of it. Does everyone follow me?
Yeah, I'll follow. I'll run up to the edge with you.
what direction was I hearing that music and stuff in?
All directions.
All directions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then yeah, he'll probably just follow because he's like, if I choose my own direction, I'm going to not have good things happen.
Can someone really quick send a screenshot of the part of the map that you guys can see and put it into, like, one of the chat channels? I can't do it because it will reveal information.
No
Oh,
worries.
that's right. Yeah. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Thanks, y'all.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Let's see. Because I'm trying to find. I was trying to find the. There we go. I wanted to get our icons out of the way so that I can get proper.
Oh yeah, I should get your icons. Let me get you guys. Where are you?
Let's.
Objects and tokens. Why can't I touch
There
you?
you go. In maps
Thank you.
and ads.
Thank
So
you.
we're up on the stone thing.
Oh, so cool.
I can't see where our tokens are.
Well,
Yeah,
the tokens aren't
Okay.
on yet.
I have to bring you guys over.
I'm just narratively we're on the edge of this stone fragment here. Okay.
I'm getting you guys moved over. Sorry, 1 second.
Well, we need to get down.
So do you go to the edge?
I am at the edge. I have intent of jumping off of this.
Okay, it is 100 feet up.
Yep.
So, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm trying to do too many things at once here. Please roleplay amongst yourselves while I copy your tokens over.
We need to get down. I would like everybody to jump off of this, please.
I mean,
No.
I'll fly down. I can help us. Unless you have something.
I do. I'm not
I-
saying to fall and splat.
Oh, okay.
What you got? There you go.
I point to my my wings that I got from the carnival. My little like icky black bat wings.
Not sure if those are going to cut it.
They will. I haven't. Have I not earned the trust of other people here?
No offense, but it's been like almost a decade since the last time we met up, and the first time I meet up with you guys, I get sucked into a different realm of being, so I'm kind of slow on the uptake. I would love to give you the benefit of the doubt, but dragging me to an edge 100 feet up and being jump and saying jump, it'll be fine, doesn't really cut it.
If we're going to make it on this journey, sometimes you have to just jump. And I'm gonna jump off.
Okay.
And if someone else jumps, I'll cast it on them too, but I'll use my wings to cast Featherfall on myself.
Okay. So, is anybody else jumping?
You'd have to trust me because you wouldn't know I'm casting Featherfall.
I'm gonna watch him fall for just like a moment or two, and I'm gonna look at the others. I'm just gonna shrug and say, "Fuck it." Oh, I'm just gonna jump off.
I jump, I'm fine either way.
Yeah, you are. What about Dawn?
No.
Dawn, do you look over the edge, Dawn?
Yeah.
So you do see that there are large, colorful shelf mushrooms that cling to the lower half of each support pillar, and the stone that makes this kind of like highway or like causeway is very like craggy and uneven. It appears you could get a handhold on some of the stone and climb down if you are not inclined to jump. So everybody like sees that as you're jumping down.
I feel like in the time it would take for him to like even consider it, it would be too late.
Yeah.
So he's just going to let out like a frustrated noise, and he's going to say, If it was dangerous down there, you would have gotten eaten by now. Asshole. And he's going to climb down.
Okay, so you can roll me an athletics check.
The whole time he's mumbling, and he's like, fucking... At least he's pretty.
Mood.
23.
Yeah, you are actually a very adept climber, and you are able to start making your way down using these handholds and footholds, and then the massive shelf mushrooms that are on these stone support pillars.
Of course I'm an adept climber. It's in my blood. You gotta get that mineral.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So, Dawn, as you begin your descent, and as the rest of you slowly begin to float down the ground, as you all kind of like take one final look up at the sky, you notice that in the distant sky you spot a great balloon made of patchwork material. It spins out of control as though punctured, causing the wicker basket that hangs from it to swing wildly. The balloon plunges towards the swampy ground in the direction of the very top of a building, perhaps a tower of some sort, peeking out from the mists, approximately a mile away, heavily obscured by fog.
Whoa! What was that?
I don't know. Should we check
What
if
was
they're
what?
okay?
I was too busy climbing.
There's like a gigantic balloon, like a little baby basket under it. Maybe not literally big, but it looked tiny. And then it was just like looked like it was crash landing way over there.
Since while you're still up there, I don't yell. While you're still up there, can you see any buildings or anything?
What?
While you're still up there, can you see any buildings or anything?
I'm still climbing.
I will. How far? Well, maybe not. How far up are you?
He's still making good way down.
Yeah, probably can't see.
It's gonna probably take him like a solid 5 minutes
I was gonna
climb down.
telepathically message him, but he's gotta be within 30 feet. So
If he was 100 feet up,
yeah, he's still got a minute.
Yeah, it's gonna take like a minute or two for him to get to that height.
I take off my little backpack wings.
I'll just fly up and see if I can see any buildings, since that's what Ego's asking.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh,
At disadvantage, because this entire swamp is obscured by heavy mist and fog. Sirenscape, no.
Natural one.
We love to see it.
Yeah, so you fly up there to go take a look at your surroundings, and immediately, like a dragonfly flies into your eye. And it like continues to try to fly in the direction that it was going, so it's just like beating its little wings against you.
Ow. Oh, that one really stung. I'm gonna float down.
Oh, bye.
You okay?
Yeah. The bugs aren't very nice. We're very
I can
smart.
hear a lot of them.
He just kept trying to fly into my face. Why didn't he go around? Sorry, Ego.
I guess that's what you get for flying.
My eyes are all watery.
Okay, I'm here. What did you ask?
Climb back up and see if we can see again. No, I don't say that.
Did you see where that balloon fell?
That way. That was pretty far.
Dawn, as your hooves touch this mud, all of you hear a loud avian shriek as a giant crane that was previously hidden from the fog emerges on long stilt-like legs, sees all of you, and spreads its wings, lets out this like alarm call, and then takes flight. And as its massive like 30-foot wingspan like it stirs all of this wind around you, and your hair and your clothes get mussed as it flies off.
That was a crane?
It had like white feathers with like a little tuft of red at the top and very long, long, thin, stilt-like legs. Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like.
That's insane.
I didn't even see that you had that until you pointed that out.
You said red on the head, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. I'd be like, hey, watch where you're going! I'm gonna yell at the bird. Using my, what is it? Oh, I'd have to cast it. I can't speak with animals on command
just
yet.
yell at the bird if you want.
I'm gonna yell at the bird. Watch where you're going! Kind of rude. Guy just spooking us.
All right, we're down
All
here. We saw a thing in the distance. I'm going to guess that you guys want to head there.
Do you want to wander through the swamp aimlessly?
No, but either way, we're not doing things that I want right now, so I'm just following the group and trying to keep it peppy. And he's like snapping his fingers.
You're doing a great job.
You are.
Thanks.
I was just concerned maybe someone got hurt. I was gonna see if maybe we should help them.
Let's do it. I want to check that thing
Oh,
out.
but we have to be careful. Oh no. I don't know if
We have
that's
to
the
be
right thing to
careful,
do.
but if we help them, then maybe they'll help us. Maybe they've seen more of this place from being up there.
Okay.
What do you guys think this thing was? I like point up at the path.
Bridge.
Yeah, but I wonder where
Yeah.
it goes. Because it's all mist,
Yeah.
right? Like, we can't see. Like, what's our visibility like with all this mist?
Down here, you can see like it's like heavily obscuring, which I believe means like what 30 feet of visibility.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it's possible heavily obscured means that you're effectively blind.
Yeah, it's the fog like appears to go up at least about 10 feet above you as it like is brushing like going up like all of the trees. It's definitely like you probably have decent visibility like about 30 feet in front of you, but after that it's pretty obscured. Oh, cute.
Oh, Rose.
Oh wait, is that the ones that we got at
Yeah.
yeah.
That's damn, that's a lot of fog.
Yeah.
It is very foggy.
I like it.
Could be
I don't think
easy
I've
to-
ever been in a swamp.
Could be easy to lose our sense of direction.
Oh, that's true.
Is
Not
anyone...
very good with directions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is anyone good with directions?
I'm okay.
I'm okay as well.
Mm,
Well,
Oh no,
What?
I'm actually pretty good. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In the I just
used
looked
to
at my
survive-
stats voice.
I don't use maps. I would go out and get mushrooms for my mother. It's good at keeping the path.
I'm better at
I used to
tracking
do a lot of
things than
living-
directions.
I used to do a lot of living in wilderness between places, so I'm typically not bad. But this place might be a little different.
Oh,
Willing to try though.
Yeah, I think someone should maybe lead us so we all don't get lost, or I don't know, the fog makes me nervous. I don't want to get separated.
we just keep the bridge at our back.
Okay.
It's fairly large.
Okay.
I will.
Okay, so are you
Oh.
making your way
Making our way.
through the mists?
Yes, making our way through the mist.
Okay.
I will walk.
Towards the balloon.
I will walk.
You will what?
I will walk forward.
Okay.
At the front if I have a good survival.
Okay, so Just hold on with the survival thing for a second. Sticky mud squelches beneath your feet. Tangled mangroves grow out of pools of rippling water half hidden by the thick fog, and purple mushrooms cling to rotting logs and stumps scattered throughout the marsh. Crickets that glow like fireflies chirp serenely before they're snatched out of the air by the tongues of hungry frogs. Coming from one direction are several voices joined in a marching song. The singing grows louder, as in the distance you see 6 bipedal rabbits wearing clothing emerging from the fog. 2 of them tug at the reins of a giant snail, and the others carry clubs and slings. And you hear them sing this little shanty that goes, "With sticks and stones we'll break your nose, we'll beat you blind and steal your clothes, but none among us can compare to one wily, swift, and stand-up hare. Scarf that's glorious, thief notorious, his deeds are truly meritorious. With a wink and a grin he'll show his cunning, a flash of his scarf he'll take off running. Quick as a bolt, his long scarf trailing, grasping, you'll end up flailing. You'll pout, you'll moan, you'll huff, you'll sneer. Thanks to Agden Longscarf, brigand prince of Prismeer."
Brigand of Prismeer.
So
we're in Prismeer.
You can see that 4 of these rabbit folk have their weapons drawn. And the other 2 are kind of browbeating this giant snail that they're pulling on a leash behind them.
For sale.
And they, through the mist, as they emerge, perception is mutual. They kind of see you.
Oh.
You kind of see them.
Oh. Uh-oh. You?
Are we
Hey!
I was gonna say, are we on a collision path, or were they going in a different direction?
Sort of perpendicular.
So if we
Through the
both
muck.
kept going where we were going.
You would have had a little bit of a collision course, which is how you guys kind of came upon each other so quickly.
Uh-huh.
And you can see that as some of the party waves out, "Hey!" at them, one of these rabbit folks, that is holding a club, waves back to the others, and they all stop singing. And she hops over towards you and says, "Hello there. Name's Jebek. This is a robbery. If you resist, we'll beat you black and blue."
What?
I don't know why people waved at the people singing about beating people up and stealing their things. No, they very much were singing about what they do to people, which is beat them up and steal their things.
What else are you gonna do when they surprise you, walk right up in your face? Kind of just gotta roll with the punches, you know?
Literally.
Yeah, Don is going to look down over at her and be like, "Be careful, huh?"
Well,
We
it's
don't
time
have.
to hand over what we're owed.
You're not owed anything. We don't have anything to give you anyway.
I think you'll find that, in fact, you are. Because where you are right now, we're the ones who collect tax. So, why don't you all get up in a nice line here and give me something. Something valuable. Why don't you give me the feeling of delight that you remember when you were given the best gift you ever received?
Hold on a second. Things are moving too fast, and you have not even shown me any documentation.
Things are about to move a lot faster if you don't comply. Like I said, we'll beat your asses down into the muck. Now come on, hand it over. And she pulls out this gourd that has a stopper in the top of it. It has a golden knob that's in the top of it.
Can I make a look around at the 3 of my companions and kind of get a read on them on what they want to do here?
Clover... Yeah, it's not hidden. She's looking like she wants to run away. She's looking a little... Especially after she told you, her friend told us to be careful, and now it's like, oh shit, he was they were serious. Yeah, Clover's in panic mode.
She wants to run.
Flat. Ears are flat, tail poofed, hackles a little bit raised with her wings.
I look at Ego and Dawn. What's their vibe? if they look, they could see me like go for like something on the back of my thigh. But I just want to get their read before I grab it.
That is definitely like when I'm biting my like thumb, so is Don. Right now, I would say the main thought of Don's head is like, I don't really want to give away any more things from my childhood.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
I think they connect. She I was feeling the same. She doesn't have a lot of happy memories, so she doesn't really want to give any away.
Ego has not said anything, has taken like a step, not even like a full step, like a half step back, so like I'm back on one foot, weight on that foot, but looks visibly like not even like visibly disgusted that someone would come up and just tell me to give them something for nothing. Absolutely, like feels insulted.
Oh,
ooh, I love it.
Like
pretty much.
The audacity
So,
of
You
this
don't
bitch.
demand.
That's
Yeah.
probably one of the strongest emotions
Yeah.
I've probably seen on Ego's face.
Yeah, so if I can try and capture it, it's like,
Oh yeah.
That's like way more like inflection than I feel like they do typically. I think that's gonna make Dove go, oh.
So the four
Okay, I think I
brigands
got a read.
that have weapons out will begin to kind of like make a little half moon, like kind of circling up around you, and the one with the gourd, she'll step forward and like poke her finger into Dawn's chest and like pushes you really hard and is like, I said you're gonna get a real beating if you don't hand over what we're looking for. So I suggest you tap the golden knob on this gourd and give us that memory, and we'll leave you right alone.
On instinct, her mage armor appears.
Okay.
I want to cat. The moment I see that and I know that I get clearance that the most flighty of all of my pre numbers, I was waiting for the last confirmation. I'm gonna cast Entangle.
Oh.
Okay. So
I think it's instinctual though, and I don't think she really knows how to do that. And I think it's just no. Like I think that's the only instinct in the brain is no, nuh-uh, and just like grab.
So I need everybody to roll initiative. We'll
Hell
start
yeah.
with that, but I need everybody to give me some initiative.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, we just got here. We're already getting robbed.
No! Oh, wow. Wow. Clover.
I'll add my D6 to this initiative just because I want to make sure that I act quickly.
That's a good thought.
I'm gonna hold my D6 for later.
The initial roll wasn't the best, but it's better.
Dirty 20.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
We are getting into it.
Okay.
I love it.
So
I was going back and forth between a lie and attacking.
this one is how do I initiative? Dex. It's okay. So they have that. These guys have that. This one. Okay. Wow. Okay. 25 to 20.
20. Dirty 20.
20 to 15.
19.
I boosted it a little bit, but not by a lot.
15 to 10.
13. The entangle's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. Maybe this is my surprise, you know, and then
And
or not.
what did Dove get?
6.
Oof. Okay.
No, if we start with Entangle, not that bad.
Right.
We don't.
Oh, that's nothing. That's just a fresh
That was amazing.
so
and
cool!
That was awesome.
Alrighty, so the entangle spell. What do you need me to do for that?
Okay, so for you, you are going to go ahead and Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. They must cast a strength saving throw, or they're restrained by the entangled plants until the spell ends. They can use a strength check on them on their turn.
Okay, so in order
out.
to get, like, you could get, in that space, like, 3 of the 4 Herringons, but in order to do that, you will also get your friends. And yourself. Unless you if you position it, like, behind, you could get 2 of them. And then that would be, like, between you and the other 2 with the snail.
I'll do that.
Okay. So we need 2 strength saving throws, then.
Yes. They have to beat a 15.
So for the first one, are you specifically targeting the one who has the gourd that was talking to you, Jebek?
If I can, I'd like that.
Okay, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Alright, so... a 13 from the first one. One of the regular ones. Okay.
Fails.
And then for Jebek... Oh, a 5! She also fails.
Yes!
Okay,
they are restrained.
Yeah, so, what does it look like when you cast Entangle?
I think once she gets the okay from Clover, knowing that she's also on board and everyone's on board, I think she, like, moves forward and kind of, like, I think she was pulling her dagger out of her sheath, but something magical reactive, like, reads her movements, brings up the vines and pulls them down. They're just, like, swamp, disgusting, like moss, wet shit. They just, like, pull them down.
Yeah, so these, like, sopping vines and roots pull at the bunny rabbit feet of these brigands who have attacked you, and the one holding the gourd, vines wrap around her feet as well as the companion to her left, and they try to pull free, but they are restrained by these thingies, which means their speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against them have advantage, their attack rolls have disadvantage, and they have disadvantage on dex saving throws. So yeah, that happens. And then we jump into the initiative proper. First up is Jebek, who rolled a nat 20 on her initiative.
Ooh.
She can't really do a whole lot. She is in melee range with Dawn, though, from when all of this started. So she is going to swing her club at you, but it is at disadvantage because she is restrained.
Okay. I don't have a very high AC.
That's a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You
That's
take...
no armor.
Oh, you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Okay. Ow.
As she has this, like, wooden club that's made from, like, a gnarled tree root, and she just, like, brings it down onto your shoulder and it cracks into you.
Oh.
And that is really all she can do. Next up is Clover.
Ooh. Okay. Out of character, who has the least amount of hit points?
You wouldn't necessarily know that.
Okay. Then
Clover wouldn't know that.
I feel like after seeing Dawn then get initially hit, she'll reach over and place a hand on Dawn's back and cast Protection from Evil and Good.
Okay, so what does that do? And what does it look like when you cast it?
You have protection against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, and undead. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those type have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against the relevant effect.
Okay. What does that look like when Clover casts that?
I think, like, when she, like, places her hand, like, I don't know if anyone else, maybe Dove or Ego would see, but, like, there's a little, like, paw print that, like, kind of, like, an outline over it, so when she pulls her hand back, there's, like, this paw on the back as it, like, glows and kind of, like, shimmers over her shoulders.
I love that.
And that's my action.
Yeah.
I am gonna move back and up. I'm gonna fly up to be out of range.
You can do that.
And I guess, oh god, I think she, as a bonus action, she's like debating if she should like grab her crossbow or not. And instead she goes for the boomerang instead.
Okay, yeah, you can grab your boomerang. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, Don. You just got hit with a club by a bunny rabbit lady who's standing in front of you.
Yeah. Ow.
She's wearing like leathers, like basic leather armor.
Okay, yeah. So he's probably gonna pull out the sword, and he's going to like raise it, and then he's gonna be like, I don't want to get messy. Going for non-lethal strikes.
Okay.
From Don.
And you're attacking the one who attacked you?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That is 19 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Yep. That's a D8 because I am using it one-handed. I rolled max damage, so 12.
Oof. Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, so... Yeah, so, you kind of, like... You're holding your sword and you flip it back in your hand because you have the intent to be non-lethal, and you, like, you slam your pommel into her temple, and you, like, hear the crack of metal against flesh and bone, and, like, a little trail of blood, passes down her fur, and, she's kind of, like... She's restrained, so she can't stagger back, but she kind of, like, falls back into the mud for a brief moment at that hit, and does pick herself back up, but that looks like it hurt her pretty bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be like... That's what you get. And I think, in the intent to protect himself from getting hit more, he is going to bonus action cast Shield of Faith on himself.
Okay, what does that look like? We got new
Got
spells, new abilities. People will be finding out they have magic for the first time. I'm gonna be asking you guys a lot this question.
Yeah, let's see. I think following the theme, it's sort of like another floating shield in the shape of like a daffodil that sort of like buds and then sprouts out from the back, from his back, and
Cute.
begins to like orbit.
Aw, cute. I love that.
Mm.
Awesome. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Next up are the three rabbit folk that are around in this like semicircle. So the first one is restrained. He is going to try to break free of the entangle spell. So he has to make a strength check, I believe. Nope, that's a 9. So he's pulling, but this muck and like plant roots keep sucking at his feet and he cannot get out. So that is his turn. So the two that are on like the far edges of this like little semicircle are not restrained. They are going... Graf, I'm sorry, but these are intelligent beings and they saw you wall up their leader, like, very hard. They are going to jump. Their long jump is 20 feet. So in a very satyr-like move, without a running start, the two of them hop and are instantly on either side of you.
Okay.
And they are both going to wail on you with their clubs. They have pack tactics, so they get advantage. They are also not Fae, so they are not impacted by the
Oh,
attack
they're
you
not
with spell.
Fae.
Sorry, I tried.
So, for
No, not Dawn immediately.
the first, He hit. That was she like is almost unconscious. Like that hit.
I knew I should have
Like
smoked.
borderline insta killed her. For the first one. That's definitely gonna hit, but yeah. So, a dirty 20, which I'm assuming hits.
No, it doesn't hit anymore.
It doesn't?
No, it does.
He's
Yeah,
being
that's what I thought.
cheeky.
And for the second one, ooh, not good. A 17 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So they both hit. That's a really low. So 3 points of bludgeoning damage from the first one.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the second one, so 9 total.
We're good.
You're tanking!
And that is their turn. Ego. Dawn is surrounded. There are
there's three around him
that are actively clubbing him right now. One of them is a fourth one that is like about 10 feet off to the right is trying to break free of this muck, and there are two that are about 25 feet behind with this giant snail that look like they're like about to act.
Okay, so there's 3 around Dawn, there's one about 10 feet to the side, and then there's one about 25 feet.
There's two 25 feet away, plus
two
a giant
25
snail.
feet away. Okay, I think I can do this. With you giving me those measurements, Ego's gonna do some quick calculations and thinking. Think about my mother when I was young, and I had a nightmare, and I could not get back to sleep. And she would sing to me, and I reach into my little bag of components, and I'm going to take a little dead cricket in my hand, and I'm going to start rubbing its little legs together to make it chirp. And Ego's going to start muttering essentially a nursery rhyme. Gonna do like the hush, little baby, don't cry a word. Gonna buy you a mug. And then the chirp is going to echo out, and I'm going to cast Sleep. So with those measurements that you just gave me, Sleep is all creatures within 20 feet of a point I choose. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a point that's just in front of the ones that are 25 feet away, so that it should, in theory, the edge of the 20 feet should get the ones that are in melee with Dawn, but not target Dawn. Yeah. And then I should hit every Heron Gone.
So the way that it is like Dawn is like in the middle. There's one on his left, one on his right, and then the leader that's in front of him. And so is it a 20-foot circle?
It's all creatures within 20 feet of a point.
Okay, yeah, so you can put it if you put it in order to get the two that are on the side, you have to get Dawn in it too. You can get the leader and the other two that are at the back without targeting Dawn.
What if I put it slightly to the side, so I'll leave one of his sides untargeted, but the front and the one side?
Yeah, you could do that. You could
so
get
all of them but one and Dawn.
Yeah, like basically if you position it a little off to the side, you could get the two that are in the back.
Yeah, the one on the side.
The two that are entangled, including the leader, and you can get one on the side, so all but one.
Okay, yeah, so 5 of the 6. I'll do that. So, okay, so I'm going to roll, I believe it's...
Is it like
5d8? It's 5d8.
Yeah.
And then what we do is it starts with the creature that's targeted with the lowest hit points. So it'll probably be the leader. And then we'll just go until I run out of
reach the total, yeah.
And we'll see how much I get on my sleep.
Cute.
Oh, I hit cast and I was like, where's the d8s? I forgot I have to roll this separately. Oh, I rolled 8, 6, 6, 6, 2, 28.
Okay.
On the sleep.
So, let me do some quick. So, we rolled 28. So that's
28.
The leader falls asleep. So then we have 20. Let me just subtraction's harder than addition.
Subtraction is harder than addition.
Okay, so 28 minus a number. Minus a number. The one that is entangled, or one of the ones that is next to Dawn also falls asleep.
Okay, the leader and one of the one next to Don, so 2 out of the 3 by Don are down.
You get to pick one more. Either the entangled one or one of the ones at the back.
One of the ones at the back, since the one on the side is entangled.
Okay, yeah, so the one that's, like, holding the reins of the snail also, like, flops down into the mud. So 3 of the leader and 2 others are asleep. The other one that is entangled and the other one that is at the back are awake.
I give a little kiss to the little dead cricket, and I put it back in my pocket. But I'm actually just going to, use my movement to move away from all of the kerfuffle. Typical wizard move here. This one's called running away after dropping a big spell. So I'll move my full, I would not be passing through the difficult terrain, right? That's...
As long as you stay behind Dawn and the leader, who's now
yes,
laying in the mud.
So I'll run backwards. I don't want to go so far that I don't see them in the fog, so would you say 20 feet I would still be able to see my friends?
Mm-hmm.
I'll run backwards 20 feet.
Cool. Alrighty. Good turn. Next up is the Herringons that are at the back. One of them is snoring. The other one is going to take a sling off of his side, like it's like one of those little wooden, like Y-shaped things with like the rubbery back.
Slingshot.
And he like puts a rock into it and pulls it back and is going to aim at Dove. Because Dove is the one who entangled everybody.
I could take it.
Not great. 11 to hit.
I have a really bad armor class, so you hit me.
Oh, okay.
I have 0 armor on.
Oh no.
Same.
So
I might actually have closest. I might have closest to the highest AC just because I'm fast.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as this rock like cracks into like the bottom of your rib cage, and like it knocks the wind out of you.
Ooh.
And it's actually like a pretty hefty rock now that you're seeing it up close, and it like hits you and then like squelches into this muddy water at your feet.
Okay. Take it in the chest and like kind of be like half down for a second.
Yeah. And with that, Dove, it is your turn.
Okay. I think she's gonna just kind of instinctually, like, she's gonna get hit and she's gonna like look up, and I think she realizes that...
Oh, you need to roll a concentration check, don't you? Sorry.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Oh yeah,
entangle.
to see if the entangle drops.
So how does this work? I have to...
So you have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
You have to beat a 10 since the damage was less than like half of, right? It's 10 or half the damage, whatever's higher.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9 + 1, so 10.
Okay, you are able to just barely maintain your entangle spell. Sorry, continue.
Perfect. I will, after that, I think she like had the dagger in her hand. She's gonna have dropped it, I think. And so instead, when she like gets hit, she's gonna like raise her head and look at the guy with the slingshot. And I think she's gonna, again, like not purposefully, but primal savagery is gonna like come over her face, and her like canines extend, and her like fingers go black all the way up to her like forearm. And he like growls and like charges towards him and is gonna like slash at him with these like nails and like try to bite him basically.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. Do it. Roll an attack.
She's gonna make that. I guess it's a nucleus. Yeah, melee spell attack. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so D20 and then you add your spell attack modifier.
A 13.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, their armor class is just above that. And so you hit him, but he saw you coming because he like shot you with his sling, and then you immediately charged at him, and so he, like, does this very springy leap back just in time, and your claws, like, scratch down his armor, and, like, you feel the leather, like, tears underneath your nails, and leaves this, like, big gouge on his, like, brown leather armor, but he doesn't do any damage to him.
Damn. Okay.
I'm sorry. I feel bad whenever, like, these things happen.
It's okay. Let me see if I have a bonus action.
I mean, like, 2 got entangled and 3 got put to sleep. Like, in the first
Pretty
round.
good round.
It's fine.
Can't complain.
There's, like, 2 people that can fight.
Okay, I will... Yeah, I guess that's her turn then. I think she's in Primal Savagery mode. She'll wait and, like, to do it again probably till next turn.
Okay. So, we go back to the top of the round. The leader is asleep. Clover,
Okay.
it is your turn.
I'm
There's
gonna.
some sleeping herringons.
Yeah. Since I'm like 30 feet, pretty much just slightly behind Dawn, I'm gonna throw my boomerang at. Yeah, I'm gonna throw the boomerang at the guy that's still on his like left or right.
Yeah, there's one that's awake at Dawn's side still.
I'm gonna.
You had a boomerang. That's so fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that at, and I'm gonna try and aim for like his head to try and knock him out like non-lethal, like just
Okay.
knock the boy down.
Roll for a boomerang attack.
Boomerang. 15. That hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh yeah. 7 damage.
Woo. Okay. So, with this guy. Yeah, so your boomerang, like, cracks into his head, and he goes stumbling forward. He is not knocked unconscious by it, but he's not looking good. If the boomerang hits, does it return to you? Because I feel like it only returns to you.
It only
if you miss.
returns if I miss.
Okay, so you watch the boomerang then, like, collides with his head, like
Yeah.
the back of his head,
That's okay.
and, like, squelches in the mud and is, like, sticking out a little bit.
Okay.
Anything else?
Looking at things I can do. I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay hovering, just slightly behind Dawn.
So then with that, Dawn, it is your turn. Boomerang just collided with the one Harengon who is awake next to you. He's not looking too good.
Yeah, I'm just going to follow that up with a swift pommel.
Okay, roll for an attack.
17 plus 6, so 23.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
8.
And you said non-lethally?
9, actually. Yeah.
Okay, so with that...
Yeah, he just kind of, like, smashes it into the bunny nose.
Yeah, so with that, this, Harengon, like, stumbles backward and it, like, teeters for a bit and then, flops back into the mud with a squelch and is unconscious. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Is there anything else I can do with my turn? Hold on. Not really. There are a whole bunch of unconscious people and stuff and things. So Don is going to move himself from the immediate...
Wait, I have a bonus action request. Could I telepathically tell Dawn to pick up the gourd?
Yeah.
I do that.
I think you can do that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that I can't respond. So yeah, I'll use my object interaction, I guess, to hold the gourd. I do not press the top because they specifically were like, press the top to give us your
Memories.
yeah, childhood memory. So he just picks it up in one arm, so I guess he shrugs his shield onto his shoulder. And I will move over to where Ego is to get farther away from all of the people with clubs.
Okay.
No. I have like 3 concussions.
Ego looks angry.
Stink eye. Oh yeah.
Okay, so next up is the rabbit folk. The first one is unconscious. The second one is asleep. The third one is... Wait, okay, so did the entangled one fall asleep? I'm sorry, guys. Oh, you're muted.
It was the leader who was also entangled.
One of the ones at the back.
One of the ones at the back, and the other one that was in melee with Dawn that was also
Okay, so the entangled one is still up.
The entangled one is conscious but entangled.
Entangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think seeing Dove like turn into this like feral monster, and then seeing Dawn knock one of the other Herringons unconscious, this individual needs to make a decision of who they're going to attack with their sling. So if it's green, it's Dawn. If it's orange, it's Dove.
That fits.
It's Dove. So Dove, this Herringon like twists around, and he's still stuck in this muck, but he is going to attack you with his sling, which I believe he's at disadvantage for because he is restrained. Or is it just melee attacks, or is it like all attacks? I feel like this is an ink question.
They're restrained.
Restrained is all attack rolls are made at disadvantage.
Nice. Okay. So loads a rock up, yeets it at you.
Come on, Dove.
That the lower is a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, they're accurate.
Yeah, they're very accurate.
Oh, I don't know if we could have won if we didn't neutralize half of them.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as a rock cracks into the back of your head.
Oh boy. Don't look at her.
Are
Don't
you
look at
conscious?
her.
Okay.
No, I'm fine. I have 3, so not fine, but okay, you know.
Twins.
Twinning.
Okay. Yeah, and then with that, Ego, it is your turn. Dawn and Dove are not looking good, but there are only 2 rabbit folk that are awake and conscious right now.
Okay.
One at the back and then one that's entangled.
Right. So Dove is in melee with one, right? Because Primal Savagery was a melee attack, so you went up to attack. So I am going to target that Herringon with a I'm going to target that Herringon with a firebolt. So I'm going to carve my triangle in the air, and I'm going to say, Ignis!
Okay, roll to attack.
15.
That hits. Roll your damage.
That's going to be 5 fire damage, as I'm a little angry, so it's a full firebolt. It explodes into sparks and flames on his side.
Yeah, so as this gout of fire collides with this Herringon Dove, you're kind of like in like fight or flight mode right now, but you do like catch the stench of burning hair as like a little bit of this Herringon's like brown he has like that very like ticked fur, like with that wild rabbit pattern, kind of like curls and begins to burn away, and there's like a singed spot at his neck where the hair is a little bit patchy because he got burned. And he like pats the fire out on his fur and is looking a little nervous.
I'm then going to actually I give Dawn like a little bit of a pat, but I'm going to run up the 20 feet again that I had ran back previously, because what I'm going to do is Karma is hanging off of my hat, and I'm going to kind of get Karma onto my finger, and I'm basically going to be like, help Dove. And I'm going to kind of flick and kind of toss almost Karma into the air. Karma only has a fly speed of 30 feet, so I had to get back in range. And I'm going to have Karma go into melee range with that same Harengon that I just targeted to use the help action to give Dove advantage on the next attack roll that she makes.
Okay. Very cool.
And
Nice.
then finally, the last thing is because I see that sling guy. I still have 10 feet of movement, so now I'm going to move back 10 feet again. So now I'm 10 feet ahead of Dawn, and I'm going to kind of go prone in some of the brush to not so that sling attacks have disadvantage on me.
Okay. Quick question. For someone to switch weapons, I feel like you know this, Ink. Is that like an action, or is it just like a free action?
So you can draw a weapon as part of making an attack with it. You just need to have a free hand. So if they're like sling, for example, they're holding it in one hand, you'd need a second hand to load it, or they can, with their other hand, pull out a club and make an attack with it.
Good to know. So the rabbit that was holding the snail, he's asleep, but the other one, who he is burned and being harried by feral Dove, is going to pull out his club and is going to try to hit Dove. I'm sorry. Okay, wait. Oh no, that's a 14 to hit.
Oh.
It hits me.
No, the advantage! Damn!
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn, I'm down. That sucks.
Wow.
So the rest of you, as you send Karma over, you like watch in slow motion as your little bat is flying over, and Dove, this thick, like gnarled tree root club collides with like the side of your head, and everything just goes dark. And the rest of you watch as Dove is like flung a couple feet and like lands in the mud and is unconscious. And Karma is like flying around trying to harry this Harengon, because that's basically what like the help action would have been.
I guess the next attack on it will still have advantage if someone else can get to it before the next round, but
yeah. I'm sorry, Danica.
It's okay.
I feel bad hurting you guys.
Now immediately make a death save.
Yeah, you do have to immediately make a death saving throw. Now, hold on. So this is the first time we've had to do this, I think. You roll it. You don't say what it is. You can message it to me in our like little chat, or just write it down and like save it for yourself, because we want to keep the suspense of like the party doesn't know what you rolled.
Okay.
I feel like I know what she rolled from the face, but
Well,
maybe not.
Poker face.
I'm gonna put it in the chat with you.
Yeah, the Danica chat.
I'm gonna not pay attention to the facial expression.
Okay, good to know. With that, we start at the top again. Jebek is asleep. Clover, it is your turn. Dove is down, lying in the mud. Dawn is not looking good. There's a bat flying around the single standing... Well, there's two standing Harengon's, but the one that's not entangled. Oh! He's not entangled anymore. Concentration is dropped because... Yeah, so he is pulling his feet out of these roots and muck, and is looking like he's getting ready to do some stuff.
Shit.
Okay.
I think she's gonna trust her instincts, because that's what her friend told her to do. So I think when she sees Dove fall, she kind of like lets out like this like pained yowl, and which one? Yeah, I think she's gonna do something she's never done before, and her body, like, she doesn't like reach out towards this person, but it's the one that just hit her. She starts like purring in a way that cats do when they feel pain, and it like slowly amplifies to like weird dissonant growls, and I'm casting Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, what do you need me to do?
You need to make a wisdom saving throw. Spell DC 14.
That's a fail. That's a 9.
Hell yeah.
Oh, God, that's 13 psychic damage.
Okay,
Oh my god!
so this like discordant purring like begins to vibrate in the air, and this Harengon who just knocked your friend unconscious like clutches his ears and like pushes them down over his head and like doubles over, and you hear him like vaguely like begging like, oh, make it stop. And he like looks up at you, and you can see blood is pouring from his ears, his nose, his eyes, his mouth. Okay. And he like he hunches over and retches blood into the swamp water. And just like empties his stomach and like slumps down to his hands and knees in the mud and is like crying and curls up into a ball and just stops moving.
I think Clover is also crying. She's like openly sobbing, and she lands and positions herself in front of Dove's body, and with like the glowing new cat eyes is just glaring at the one that's still standing, and is like, leave us alone!
Okay.
That's my turn.
Consider it.
Dawn, it's your turn.
Yeah.
You're about like 10 feet away from the last Harengon standing. One just had a bloody death. The rest are unconscious or asleep. And Dove is in the muck, not moving. And Clover is there, like, over her body crying. And Ego, I believe Ego is kind of like in the fray, right? But like you're hidden in the brush so that you're like harder to hit.
Yes.
Ego's crouched in a bush.
You see my mushroom hat. Just
Which
poking.
actually is fairly good camouflage, because there are giant like mushrooms. They're purple in this area, but still.
How far away am I from Dove?
About 25 feet. No, 20 feet, because combat rules. 20 feet.
I will splish splosh my way over to Dove's unconscious body.
Okay.
And I will deposit exactly 3 points of lay on hands.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I am going to tell you what this looks like for a specific reason.
Okay.
So, Dove has this, like, big bruise on the side of her head that is, like, quickly, like, turning, like, a deep bluish black. And, like, it looks like her bone, like, is not quite right there. Like, she might have a fracture, like, something's not looking good. And you reach out and touch her, and you actually see these, like, tiny little vines, that are not part of the swamp. They're like very green and vibrant in a way that the swamp is like a little bit more muted. And they like curl out from your fingertips and crawl over Dove's body, and like her head temporarily becomes encased in these vines, and then like little flowers begin to spring up out of it. And then very quickly the life is drained from them, and the vines die and crumble and fall away. And Dove, you open your eyes. There's swamp water and muck in your nose and mouth, and like brown, dry husks of plants are falling off of your face, and like little dried, like dandelion flowers are falling off of you. But that big bruise on her head is gone. You are conscious.
I definitely rolled a 1 there on my death saving throw.
She did roll
And
one,
I've
guys.
I had a feeling it was a 1. I had a feeling that you lost 2 death saves in that one go.
She could have literally died like 10 minutes into the melee.
I was testing my dice to see which one I felt like would fail me more, and roll beneath the 10, because then I would be dead. So, yeah. Anyways.
You're
Don,
like-
is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
There's currently, I don't think, anything else I can do. So... No.
Okay. Next up is the Herringons. One of them is unconscious. One of them is asleep. Hold on, let me do this. This guy's dead as shit. So the one who was entangled but is now freed. For a brief moment there, it looked like he could have taken advantage of the situation, but you guys quickly turned it around. He is going to run to his leader, and he like puts his arms underneath her like armpits and begins to like drag her away from the scene. And he says, "All right, we get the message. Just leave us alone. Just let us leave, and we won't bother you again."
That's my leave!
He is not going to engage in a combat action. He is going to pick up Jebik and pull her away, which does wake her up. So she, like, is still technically prone, but he pulls her away at half movement, so they get, like, 15 feet away from the scene. Ego, it is your turn.
I will stand up with half my movement. I will move the other 15 feet because I believe I was a little bit closer than Dawn was to Dove. So I'm going to go to basically where everyone's piling in front of Dove.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stand next to Clover here. And I'm going to draw the Ignis symbol, but I'm going to hold... So I draw it, and then it makes the little firebolt, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm pointing it at them, and I'm going to say, "You will never ask for something from us again." And I'm going to continue to hold it, because if they do anything, I'm going to finish the leader off with that, with that spell. I will also tell Karma to come back and settle on my hat.
Yeah, Karma had landed on the bloody rabbit and was like having a nice little blood meal, like just licking up some of the blood that was like coming out of his ear with her little bat tongue, but she'll get up and fly over to you.
Karma, don't be unsightly.
She screeches at you in displeasure.
I love Karma.
But I'm just holding the firebolt. Yeah, I don't
You
think...
get the message of karma, 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 like, and then the picture of that rabbit, and then karma, and another picture of that bloody rabbit, karma, in like in your mental like shared headspace.
Karma's a bitch!
Yeah, I know. What goes around comes around.
Alrighty. Next. There is a rabbit, there's a Herringon asleep, very close to you guys, like about 5 feet away, but he's one of the ones who's unconscious. The other one is dead as shit. Dove, it is your turn.
I think she just like rises up from the mud, like her white hair is like all stuffed with like black mud, and her wings are all probably the same, probably kind of visible now, and she's like, I think the primal savagery's still on, so I feel like her eyes are gold, but all the time, but I feel like the whites of her eyes are like black when she's in primal savagery, and so she just like gets up kind of like super hurt and drags herself up through the mud and is like, "Only fair that you give us something back now, because you did that shit to us. What's only right? Fork it up." And I like really aggressively, like my clawed fingers are like very threatening.
Okay.
I want to intimidate him if possible.
Yeah, so roll me an intimidation check. Is anyone?
I would like-
Okay, hold on. Let me pause for a second.
Sure.
Because this is. Is anybody planning on taking an aggressive action with their upcoming turn? Because we have reached the end of the initiative order, and the round is going to restart. Currently, the Herringons are wanting to vacate the space. They will not take aggressive action against you unless you take aggressive action against them. So we can end the initiative if people aren't planning on. We can kind of like pause it and see what happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with that, does anyone want to say or do anything to help Dove?
Yeah, I feel like Clover was already going to be
You have
like...
the firebolt, yes.
Yes, you have the firebolt. Clover was going to be crouching down, much like in like a feral cat would, like back arched, ears flat, and just like growling in a similar sense to the dissonant growls, but like obviously quiet. She's not casting it, but she wants it to be like back off.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything from Dawn, or is Dawn just vibing?
Honestly, Dawn is like, I need to sit. I need to take a sit. But he is definitely eyeing one of the unconscious and or dead people.
There's two. There's one of each around you right now.
Yeah. And Dawn is going to be like, I don't know about the rest of them, but I have my payment right here. And he's going to go and he's going to start stripping the armor off of one of them.
Oh!
Okay, so you can all make a... Oh, what was that, Danica?
Oh, no, go for it. What were you going to say?
So we're going to make an intimidation group check here.
Okay.
So everybody roll intimidation, and we will say what happens.
I'm gonna use my D6 inspiration.
Yes.
So you can either each roll, or one person can give advantage to Dove.
Oh,
I'll let you guys choose to do
Oh,
that.
I
if
already
you want.
rolled.
I already
Oh.
rolled.
Yeah, I'm fine with the group check.
Okay.
I got a 21.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
7.
Okay.
27.
Okay.
Nice.
That is 3 successes and 1 failure. So, let me switch the music.
I'm not actually very intimidating. I'm too pretty.
So, you have this exchange with them, and as their leader lifts herself up out of the mud and like begins to brush it off, she hears you say this, and she like looks at her companion and like kind of surveys the 4 of you and says, I think we've given you payment enough with his life and that which you should not have, as she points to the gourd. But if you let us walk away, let us get our companions up and out of here, I'll let you take it.
Not a great deal. We've already fucking got it. So give me something else. Or it looks like you're 4-2 right now. I don't think it's a great chance. Great chances for you. So fork something up.
I mean, what are you wanting?
Reverse burglary, friend. Come on.
I'm gonna elbow Dove, and I'm gonna do a little at their snail.
Give us a snail.
Right, fine, you can take the snail. It doesn't hardly have anything anyway. He's a useless, slow, stupid beast. That's fine.
Give me your armor too. Give me your armor too.
You want me to be naked in the swamp?
Yes.
You
Yes, I
attacked
do.
us while we were naked in the swamp.
You're not
She's
naked,
like,
you're
what,
wearing
like-
clothes.
Mud dripping completely down. She's like, I don't give a fuck how you leave this clearing. Give me your armor.
Alright, it's not gonna fit you. Can I give you his armor? And she points to one of like the small Herringons that's like unconscious. She's a medium creature, but one of them is small, so like her
Oh,
armor
okay.
will be very big on you.
Does anyone, let's see, Ego doesn't need armor because he's spellcast.
And
I also
Clover
don't.
has
I just got a new
mage
boon.
armor.
Yeah, I just got a new thing. So
I'm the only kind of wizard that can wear armor, but I also, it's fine. I don't need it. I have the highest AC of the party right now, I think.
I think to be spiteful, Dove's gonna be like, both of them.
Alright, fine. You
You're
don't get
all
us a couple
walking
minutes.
home in your skinnies.
Can I go and wake the rest of them up so that they can take off their clothes?
don't think we need to go that far. I think we got that.
So you're gonna undress him. Be my guest and see what happens when you wake him up. He's asleep, so he doesn't know what's going on.
Let them wake him up.
You ever been kicked by a Harengon? You know what that feels like? It's not good.
All right, then you can go with that and get
I'd
kicked.
imagine getting kicked by a satyr feels worse. Kind of like wiggles the hooves.
Whatever. Fine.
You
we'll
go
give
wake
the
up your
armor.
friend.
She will go and collect she'll go get the other Harengons. The body, she just she sees it and spits in its direction and scowls at the rest of you. But she will wake up her compatriots and is like, all right, you. She points to the small one who has very puffy gray cheeks, very Bugs Bunny looking. Give me your armor. And she will also start to doff her armor as well. And it takes them it takes a few minutes to do that. So they're just kind of standing around glaring at you during this. And she takes off her armor and is basically in her underwear.
The Skyrim.
the Skyrim canvas bikini. And her compatriot, he has little white boxers with a little heart print on them, a red heart print underneath, and they'll toss it in the mud in your direction.
I think I'm wearing that same pair.
There you go. And you can have the snail. Can we go now?
Yeah, here.
And she says something to the group of them. She mutters something to the rest of the group as they begin to walk off back in the direction that they came.
Can we hear what she said?
Roll a perception check for anybody who wants to try to listen.
I think I'll try.
Perception.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably preoccupied because I took the sling from the dead one and I'm playing with it, so I'm not gonna roll that one.
16.
17.
Okay. Yeah, both of you are able to hear parts of it. You basically catch her say don't want to tell Acton about this. Is what you catch from that. That you heard that name in their song that they were singing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they will march off into the swamps. So there is a dead one in front of you. Dawn, you can roll me an investigation check to loot the body.
Yeah.
Or are you just taking off its armor?
I'll loot it while I'm at it. I feel because Dawn is trying to loot it while also not looking at it, and he's also absent-mindedly talking to everyone. That's a investigate 19, 17 plus 2 as I loot it. But he's basically okay, we've been here for approximately 30 minutes, and I've learned 2 things. You guys are dangerous. 1. And 2, these people do not react to cold-blooded murder like normal people should. And I should have expected that, but you know what? I'm very bad at expecting things, it looks like.
What? So you said you got a 22? Or a 19?
19, yeah.
Okay, so as you are rifling through this individual's pockets / removing their armor, so you get basically 3 sets of leather armor. 1 of them is for a small creature, 2 of them are medium. You also find the Harengon that is dead, he had a little backpack on, or a little satchel, and inside of it you find a gossamer shawl, this very gauzy thin fabric that glows faintly. You also find a wooden apple that is painted blue.
A wooden apple painted blue.
Yes.
I'll probably get up if I find the shawl, I'm probably gonna get up. I'm gonna go over to which one of the girls that got beat up and are not emotionally okay right now do I want to go out to?
I think Clover and Ego are largely unscathed. Dove is like fucked up.
Yeah.
The two of you are about the same level of jacked up right now.
And if it helps you decide, I was also going to quickly pull Clover away for a quick little talk. So if that,
Uh-oh, yeah. I think, well,
But-
she's now sitting on the ground just like this, not moving.
Okay, so probably not pulling you away, but sitting next to you to have a little talk. If that.
All
helps.
right. Yeah, I was going to do a mental checkup on one of them. So if you're going to do one on Clover, then I'll do one on Dev. So I'll probably come over and I'll like squat. Here's how you talk to short people. And I'll wrap it around her shoulders and I'm going to be like, you know, he has younger sisters. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's all good.
How
I
many
don't-
scraps have you been into? Because I have to say, I've been in not that many.
I've been in scraps like people punch you in an alley scrap, but nothing like magic scrap like that. I
So
did.
are
Yeah.
you? So you got to be upfront with me because I'm horrible at reading emotions, and my sisters kind of normally just tell me how they're feeling. Are you actually doing okay, or are you just saying you're doing okay? Or do you feel okay now because you're running high on adrenaline and you're going to crash later?
This is a lot of options. I don't know. I'm a little in shock. I think I had claws, and I think I made vines come out the ground, and I don't really get it, and I'm a little confused, and I think I almost died. And yeah, I'm a little confused. It's okay. It's
Look,
fine.
I mean, hey, tap tap. We're all figuring out we can do some weird shit in rapid succession, it looks like, except for Ego. I think he was always just capable of doing stuff like that. She's kind of insane. Puts
Yeah,
his head,
change my pronouns every time you mention me. I love it.
puts head like in pocket. Probably, you know what? This is probably where the fucking buttons come undone. The fucked up look. If you need to like say anything, especially because we're gestures around here now, just let me know. I'm used to it.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks. That's
And you can keep this because it's ugly and I don't want it wrapped shawl around shoulders.
I think she'll laugh a little bit and like slap him on the, I guess, leg after he stands up and is like, "Thanks, I appreciate it. I do. It is kind of ugly. Is it ugly or is it kind of pretty? I can't really tell.
It's actually kind of pretty, but it's very delicate. It's like a very almost like okay, have you ever seen those like little like lingerie like kimonos that are like completely see-through? And like but like very pretty, like with like lacy little sleeves. Like it's kind of like that. Like it's just this like little like shawl, like the kind of like shoulder shawl that would like go like to about like chest length. And it's like almost completely see-through, but there is like a nice little like moon pattern detailing like stitched onto it.
Yeah, I don't. Me and delicate things. I like look at where my nails used to be, and I'm like, I don't think me and delicate things really go together. I'm just gonna. This will look better on you, Cat. And I'm gonna like put it on. I'm gonna put it on Clover. And just tie it. This will look better on you.
I don't think she responds.
So
You
we can-
okay?
Oh, why don't we real quick, because this is happening probably at the tail end of the little sidebar that Ego has with Clover. So
Mhm.
let's have that sidebar, and then we can pop back to the you okay?
Okay. So Ego, I just sort of in the looting of dead bodies phase I would have picked up one of the slingshots because I've always wanted one. If they had little like hobbit like traveling cloaks, because I've been trying to get my hobbit on, I would also
Yeah, they
grab
do.
one of those. Perfect. Here, so let me method act real quick. Just because Ego gets cold easily.
Now he's just in his little Skyrim underwear in the mud. This little dead herring gone.
Yeah. And then just yeah. And then I'm going to. So you said that she's just sitting like knees to chest, kind of hugged around, right?
Yeah, silent tears. Like, she's not, like, openly sobbing as she was before. She's, like, calmed down, but she's also probably in shock.
Are you facing the body, or are you facing away from
I
it?
think she's purposely facing away from it.
Okay. So I will come up. You hear Ego come up, sort of behind you, and I'm going to sit down. Probably what is uncomfortably closer than what one should. Like elbows brushing up against you. And I'm going to sit on your right side. But I'm gonna look like where you're looking. And Ego waits. Ego doesn't necessarily always like to initiate things, so I'm gonna see if she says it. I just sit next to you.
Yep. I think you start hearing her just you don't know if it's to you or to herself or just in general. You just start hearing, it was an accident. It was an accident. I didn't mean to. I just wanted it to stop. I wanted them to go away. I didn't
Of
mean
course
to.
you didn't mean to. Of course you didn't.
Why didn't they stop?
I don't know. They didn't. And then they did. But I know you didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to.
I've known ever since I met you that you have a good heart. A pure heart. You wouldn't want to do something like that.
Is that gone now?
No. Why would it be?
He's dead. Because of me. That doesn't feel pure.
Dove is alive because of you.
Maybe, yeah. I should have stopped. He asked me to stop and I didn't stop.
Well, they wanted to hurt us. Take things from us. They got hurt. That's just how things are. But if you weren't a good person at heart, you wouldn't react like this.
I just don't want my mama to be mad at me.
You don't have to do it again. Do you think you could control it?
We have to, yeah.
Then there's no need to cry anymore.
Should we bury him? Are they coming back for him?
I don't know.
What do you think we should do? I don't know what to do. Do you know?
I think that we need to get somewhere safe.
I like that idea.
I stand up. I probably see Dove coming over with the shawl, so I'll just say, "You don't have to hurt people. Leave that to me." And I'll walk away. Just right as Dove comes in.
Yeah, at this point, Dove, you come up and you can put the gossamer shawl over Clover's shoulders and say, "Are you doing okay?"
I think at this point, then, she probably does just shake her head and stand slowly. Maybe not now. Maybe
I think
later.
Dove's just gonna hug her.
I think she hugs you back like twice as hard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hug her real
Your
hard.
rib is still cracked. It hurts a little bit when she does that.
Sorry.
No, she doesn't let you know. She's just like,
okay, it's like you're tightly.
Yeah, she's gonna hug her and she's gonna say to her, "Hey,
yeah,
I'm alive because of you. So thank you.
Thank you for not leaving.
Thanks for bringing me back." I'm gonna rub her shoulder.
I'm probably gonna just like either hold her cloak or hold her hand, whatever she allows, whichever direction we're going.
I'll hold her hand. I'm also gonna shuck off my disgusting white puffy fur cloak. I'm gonna shuck it off and put the armor on over the leotard.
All of you are filthy. There's no solid ground here. Like, Clover's been sitting
in the mud.
In like a foot of mud. And it's not like, dry.
Is it cold?
Like, it's
like,
like
is it warm
lukewarm.
here?
Like, it's not cold or warm. Like, It's kind of middling.
Okay.
Tepid mud.
And
it's like very squelchy, and like your tail gets like stuck in it for a second. You have to like pull it out. But yeah, you can don that leather armor. I believe that is the leather armor that has your 3 claw marks in it too.
Really?
No, wait, that's. It can be that. We can just make it be that for like fun flavor. It has like claw marks on it.
I was gonna say when I think Clover probably sees it because she's really close, but I'm gonna shuck off the white fur. Big white fur mantle in her back. You see there's nothing blocking the very like broken looking white feather wings on her back, and then she just throws this shawl on the ground, puts the leather armor over her little monarch butterfly leotard from the carnival, and then like slaps the shawl back over her.
As you finish putting on this armor, you begin to notice that the swamp water, like, there's patches where there's, like, big puddles of water or, like, pools of it, but then mud, and you begin to notice that the puddles are starting to connect.
Ooh. Anybody feel like that water's getting deeper?
Maybe.
It does look like there's more water around now than there was when you got to this spot.
Do you think maybe tide is coming in?
Tides could be rising, which means we should try and go for higher ground.
I'm gonna slosh through over to the snail.
He's just kind of sitting there, being a snail.
Are we able to ride? Are we able to ride it? A mount?
You can try.
Like, is it big enough?
It is a large creature. The snail, like, from little, like, snail body at the bottom. I don't know at the bottom, it's just more snail all the way up to the tip top of its shell is, like, probably about 8 to 10 feet tall. Like, probably, like, 10 feet tall.
Oh my goodness, I love it. It's so big.
Yeah. There's, like, the body is, like, kind of this, like, orange color, and the shell, it, like, has this very nice swirl with this, like, almost like a tie-dye pattern of, like, purples and reds and orange and white.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, it's just a little guy.
I wanna, can I cast Speak with Animals?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring my little pan flute up, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna put it back and be like, "Hey, hi, what's your name?"
Hi,
Oh no.
snail. Name. Leaves?
Leaves! Nice.
Are they thinking about leaves, or is their name Leaves?
We're gonna go with leaves. I'm gonna ask, can I crawl on your back?
Leaves?
I'm gonna
Lettuce.
It's not smart. It's not smart. It's
I was
not smart.
do you think DM, as
Mhm.
someone who loves the carnival animals, would I have any like animal snacks I would feel appropriate to give this snail?
Sure.
Like lettuce or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are giant snails that are at the carnival. You do not see them on this particular night, but there's giant snail racing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, but it's not the giant snails are separate from like the animal acts. So like you haven't interacted with them a lot. But you probably have like you have a variety of rations that you keep with you at any time. You could give him a ration.
I will. I'm gonna give him one and be
Yeah, you
like,
probably have some like little berries and things.
yeah, I'll watch his weird little snail lips probably like.
Yeah, because there's like the eye stalks, but you don't see any eyes. They're just like fucking stalks. And then there's also like the like weird like tentacle mouth that is just 2 more stalks. And it like opens to this like fleshy like just not you don't even know where the mouth is, but it will like slowly reach down and close its mouth over your hand, and you just like feel like gooey, sticky, like squishy. It's like slime. Then it will pull its head away, and then the berries are gone, and it says berries.
Yeah. Okay, everyone get on the snail. If we can.
Roll an animal handling check with advantage.
Yes.
Snail.
Good at that.
Berries.
17.
The snail is amenable to your what you're trying to do here. The snail will let you climb up onto its shell. You can see it has like a little, almost like a harness, like the kind of thing that you would put over like a horse with like saddlebags, except it's like 2 straps over its shell with like little saddlebags on the side. And yeah, you are able to climb up onto the snail.
Hell yeah. We got a party snail mount with saddlebags, which we should search later.
Yeah. I love that. How fast does he seem like he'll go if I move him forward?
10 feet.
All right.
Yeah, he moves real. It takes in 6 seconds. He can get 10 feet.
But we can chill while he moves.
I guess technically we could take like a short rest while he takes 10 feet.
That's true.
For 6 seconds.
Yeah, because we can't short rest and walk, and so 10 feet is better than 0 feet.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
So who else getting up on the snail?
Oh, I want to be up on this snail.
Okay. Anybody else?
I would
like-
love to be able to take a short rest.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to take a
Okay,
short
so
rest.
all 4 of you are getting. Okay, his movement speed is halved if all 4 of you get on the snail. So he moves
If-
5 feet in 6 seconds.
Okay, I can walk.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if one person gets off like one of the bigger people, will it be fine?
Both of the bigger people are severely injured.
Both of the bigger people.
I know, but I got
No, Dove
Wait,
is,
I-
Dove is small. Dove is small. That's
Dove
right.
is small,
wait,
but I was
no.
so if it's just Dawn, because I got Tensor's floating disc, so you could ride on the floating disc.
What?
What?
I did. I get to
Oh my
use. I can
God.
use Tensor's floating disc if you give me 10 minutes to cast
so
it. I'm
yeah,
out of
sure.
spell slots.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go for it. That's awesome.
That's really cool. Yeah.
So the snail can hold either like the 2 small characters, no problem, or one of like the big characters, like medium sized. So Dove and Clover could be on the snail with no problem. But if Dawn gets on the snail, it has to be just Dawn, or the snail is literally going to take more than a second to travel 1 foot.
I will.
Like, it will be very slow.
I will ride on the floating disc.
I will.
So-
We can take We'll take turns, maybe, to let whoever needs to like take a short rest take their
Yeah,
short
that makes
rest,
sense.
and the rest can
Yeah.
walk.
Technically,
sense.
I didn't get hurt, so I can actually go without a short rest. So I can just walk. I can walk beside it and pull multiple people along on my floating disc.
Ooh.
Because it is a
Cool.
let's see. Well, actually, maybe someone would have to sit in someone's lap. Oh, it's 3 feet in diameter, so I mean, it would be tight. But technically, if we're not in combat, I could see multiple people sitting on it.
Sit like back to back with
Back
your
to
feet
back,
hanging
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love
Yeah.
that. we
And,
also
and
on
it will
this,
follow.
Ego
And it will
sits on
follow
the
me.
snail. Wait. If Ego sits on the disc, or Ego sits on the snail, and we all sit on the disc, wouldn't
Then
all...
we have automatic movement, baby.
Let's do that.
Okay, so did you say you're ritual casting this spell?
I would need to. I'm out of spell slots. I would need to.
Okay,
So we'd have to take 10 minutes.
so
The water might.
We'll put
Are
you
you-
on the snail and let you do that while we go.
Okay, you'll walk, and I'll begin ritual casting it on the snail so that we get away from the water rising.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. I'll fly.
So it takes you 10 minutes to cast this spell. Within about 8 minutes of you leaving this space, the water is 5 feet deep. So Dove, you have to swim. Unless you because you can't fly and you are shorter than 5 feet. You're a small
That's-
creature. You need to figure
Yeah.
something out to get through the water. It is 5 feet deep. Dawn, for you, the water, because you're like what, about 6 feet tall?
Yeah.
So you're still like wading through it. Like the snail,
I'm 4'10".
the snail is like not bothered at all. Like he's just trucking through. He's still just moving through the muck, but very slow. Clover, you also like need to figure something
I'm
out, or
flying.
you're gonna have to swim.
I'm flying.
Okay. Yeah. So this muck, like the water, you notice like, which had been stagnant before, like has a little bit of a movement to it, like and gradually over these 8 minutes, it begins to slowly move in until like you find yourself ankle deep, and then it's knee deep. It's up to your waist. It's up to your chest. For the small characters, it's over your head.
All right. Dove, get on my shoulders. It's piggyback time.
I'm gonna like crawl up his back like a little goblin.
Almost done.
This sucks. I'm soaking wet and hurt.
Mush! I'm gonna point forward.
Dove, I will waterboard you.
So Dawn, right now your movement speed is halved, but if you're trying to keep pace with the snail, it's even slower than that because you have to move like 10 feet around basically. So you guys are trudging.
I don't have to try to keep pace with the snail. I can just walk at normal speed and still be.
I feel like it's more of an the word there is like you have to. Do you ever have like a walking pace, like your default walking pace, and you get stuck behind somebody that's slower than you, and you're just
Yeah.
like and you're just,
It's those video games where you're with an NPC and your run is faster than them, but your walk
is slow.
is
Yeah.
slower than them. So you have to run, you walk, and then stop, and then you go, and then you stop.
Especially for Don, because he has a movement speed of 35 feet. So it's like he is at normal, like faster than the average person. So it's like hell.
Yeah, and this water is like this murky brown color. You can barely even see through it. You can't see down to your feet. And there's still this like mud and like mangrove trees all around you. So as you're walking, you are like catching yourself tripping on tree roots. Like you feel your feet squelching through the mud beneath you. It's like not a pleasant experience, and it reeks of rotting vegetation.
Will I be able to finish this ritual cast while riding the snail?
Yes.
Alright, so what I do is, there's been a whole lot of like chanting and stuff with like, I took a little bit of my hair and I like tied something in my fingers with it. And then what I do is I reach into my pack and I have like a little eyedropper that has a little bit of liquid mercury in it. And I reach over off the snail and I squeeze the dropper so that one drop of mercury goes into the water and it pools out into a 3 foot radius, or a 3 feet in diameter. Sorry,
1 inch
sorry,
thick, floating 3 feet above the ground.
Yeah, so it expands into a disc, and it sort of raises up out of the water and then stops, and like the water kind of runs off of it.
Cool. I love it.
Now, the floating for that is for the ground, right?
It does say 3 feet above the ground, so technically it could be like 2 feet under the water.
It is a little bit under the water. It does like as it forms and then like lowers down to the height of the ground. But that's like sitting in a kiddie pool. I mean, it's like 2 feet of water, but it's still it's manageable. You guys can.
If you give me another 10 minutes while you're sitting on that, because I can you can stack them. So if you wait long enough, I can make one underneath that, and then the ground of one will be the other, and then it'll raise up more. But you'd have to wait.
I'm 3 feet tall, so it hits me right at the chest. I'm fine. But yeah, if you want to do it again, I'll take it.
As long as I don't have to walk with this girl telling me to mush.
Yeah.
It's the best I can do. If it makes any of you feel better, the shell is not the most comfortable thing to sit on while trying to focus.
It like does that like kind of snail movement where it's like very much.
It's like because I have to ride it like side saddle because like I'm wearing a skirt, so it's like this entire time I've had to be like doing my ritual while sitting side saddle.
Dove, you hear like the snail, it like will occasionally like turn to you as it's walking and just say like berries, lettuce.
I think that we should name it. I think we should name it leaves.
Leaves.
I want to collect as many. If I see like leaves on the surface of the water, I'm gonna collect them. Gonna like grab as much food for this thing and put it in pouches, and occasionally like I'm gonna give it a leaf.
Okay, so you do that a couple times, and then the snail will like put its little feelers like up to your face and like brushes its slimy feelers along your face and says, "Friend."
Oh, Dove like gets emotional and then like looks at everyone. And is like, "I've tamed my first beast."
Visit. Follow.
It wants us to follow it somewhere, guys.
I do not.
Guys. This is amazing.
The snail is probably not going to take us somewhere safe to sleep. I'm very tired.
Me too.
We haven't had a long rest in the first 10 sessions of this game.
Haven't. Maybe it will take us somewhere safe to sleep. I'm gonna ask the snail, sleep? Safe? No other people?
People sleep.
Oh, I think this is the camp where all those other little hair and
Eat.
gone.
House.
No. I don't know if that's where we should go.
Yeah.
I wanted to try and get to that tower or something where the balloon crashed.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to go too. I want to head towards the balloon.
Do you remember what direction that was? Because I guess I'm on the snail, so I guess I can use its reins.
Yeah.
Roll a survival check, somebody who wants to try to not find their bearings there.
I have a good survival. Does anyone else have good survival?
I mean, I have a +4.
My
I have a
survival is
+6.
-2, so no.
Oh, no, not you. Not you, sir. I have a +6. So maybe I'll go ahead and try to direct you.
Sure.
Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, that's not that bad. A 16?
Yeah. You're able to. You think you have a pretty good idea of the direction that you saw that balloon crash into that building. So you can direct the snail to go that way if you want.
Okay, I will. I'll be like, soon, home soon.
Oh, climb. Building feet. And the snail will like resist at first and wants to seem to go in another direction. But if you bring out some berries, it immediately will be like berries, leaves, and will follow you.
The snail might be able to just go like up the. It's a snail,
That would be nice.
but my disc can't do that. So
Well, your dick can float next to you.
it only floats 3 feet off above the ground. If I start going straight up something, it will just stop and chill
Maybe.
there.
That
If it
makes
goes
sense.
more than 100 feet out of your range, then I think it vanishes, right?
If you move more than 100 feet from the disc, the spell ends, yeah. So eventually you would just be sitting on the ground. But yeah, that Tensor's floating disc will last for an hour, so you guys can get a short rest on it
Yes, please.
So,
if an hour passes without us getting attacked or anything.
I hope so.
I mean, when the balloon went down, we said maybe a mile. Now, distances in the Feywild, what's a mile? But going 10 feet per 6 seconds, it's gonna be a while before we get to that tower.
So you very slowly slither/slide on a disc underwater your way through the swamp, and this fetid water is like just all over all of you, like in your boots, in your clothes, in your armor. It stinks. Little pond skater bugs are floating in between all of you and like bumping into you. There's dragonflies that like, because you're moving so slow, will like land on all of you, and the flies and mosquitoes are in clouds, like black clouds that are just like buzzing through the swamp. It's very unpleasant. Well, maybe you like that and it's pleasant, but for me it would be very unpleasant because mosquitoes love me.
You guys-
Oh, go ahead.
You guys,
I
hate the Feywild. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I can't say I'm loving this swamp.
Awful first impression.
Not good.
How long to speak with animals? It's 10 minutes. Okay, so you're probably like if you're going to continue just traveling for a short rest's worth of time, you will lose the speak with animals eventually.
Okay. I'll ritual fast it a couple times if I need to keep talking.
Yeah, you can do that. Do you say anything to the snail, or are you just continuing to give him some leaves?
I'm just gonna give him some leads, just let him know we're gonna go, he could go home soon, having an adventure, eat berries. I like to say those things.
Berries, good.
Berries good.
Long furry stalks bad.
Long furry stalks. Yeah. Were they bad or were they mean to you?
Hit.
No. I like hug his slimy face. I like kiss his slimy face. I'm like, never
Oh.
hit.
Friend.
Oh,
Friend.
don't be like those people that let the dog lick inside their mouth.
Yeah,
that's
his
that's
like
not who we are.
fleshy, like, because you
That's
know how
pretty-
like their body has like those two ridges on the side, that's like how they move is because it like it does that, like it's like little fleshy like face / body is like undulating on your face.
I'm disgusted, but Dove's in euphoria that she envisioned one day being able to befriend beasts, and this is the first one. Besides,
Yeah, that's true. Is there anything anybody wants to do or say really quick before I do some things?
Before you do
The
something,
Tarrasque rises from the mud.
Oh no!
hey Vic, what's something on your Amazon wish list? Just random question.
I don't have an Amazon wish list.
Shit.
It's a gun. I don't know.
Anyway.
So gradually, after you can all mark a short rest. After, yeah, it probably takes you like the full hour and then some with the snail because he's very easily distracted. You watch as a crumbling stone tower in the distance rises out of the swamp, leaning at such an angle that it threatens to keel over. Black brambles surround its base and cling to the lower half, though someone or something has cut some of them away from the moisture-warped door on this tower. From the pinnacle of the tower, in a tangle of ropes and tattered fabric, hangs a large woven basket. It dangles nearly 50 feet above the surface of the swamp, near a window at an upper floor.
Angles. How high?
About 50 feet up.
Ooh.
If no one's home, that would probably be the best shelter to take.
That's
And if someone is,
Hope that they're friendlier than the heron. I don't know that they're called Herringon. Hope that they're friendlier than the last people that spoke to us.
Are you keeping a distance from the tower, or are you approaching?
I have not told the snail to stop because no one has told me to stop.
So are you basically getting like you can get like within like 10 feet of the tower, but then the brambles like keep you from getting right up to it.
Yeah, I guess I'll go right up to the brambles, and then I'm
Okay.
sure the snail will stop on their own.
Yeah, he stops.
And I'll slide off the shell.
You sploosh into the water.
you know what, person or not, we need to get out of this
Are you being stealthy?
water.
I mean, I just splooshed into water.
Yeah, you're not being stealthy.
No, we rode
Okay.
in on a giant snail very slowly.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Victoria's like, alright, so the person at the top of the tower with the heavy crossbow is gonna shoot you now.
8 shots.
Yeah.
Disintegrate.
So the tower, just like for reference, it's about 50 feet tall and looks to be about 20 feet wide. And there is that like door that you noticed on the outside. Oh, my apologies. The black brambles they cover the ground within 30 feet of the tower.
Okay, so we're a little further. We're a little further.
Further back.
And it looks like those brambles are like all around. Is it like an overgrown thing, or does it look intentional to keep people out?
It's kind of both. Like you can tell that they have been like the brambles are like clinging to the tower at spots, but around the door it seems like they've been intentionally cleared away. But they're like these big, like about like 10+ feet tall, like big black thorny brambles that are all around.
All right.
So as you sploosh into the water and you guys kind of begin conversing, you hear a very distant voice that says, "Hey, you there? I need your help. Hello."
Oh. Is that from the tower or from somewhere else?
From the basket, like up on near the top of the tower.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'll fly up there.
Oh yeah, you can just.
Oh,
I keep forgetting you can just fly. Hey, Clover.
Yeah.
Be careful.
She's gonna keep her distance, like at least 10 feet to 15 feet away from the basket as she flies up to get like a vantage point to look down.
Okay. Yep, so you fly up to the top of this tower and you look down into the basket and you can see that. Okay. Within this woven basket, you see two things. One, there is a silver bird cage lying on its side, with something small inside of it, that's moving, and it's like purple. You also see, within the basket is a body, a corpse, bent not quite the right way, of an individual that basically looks like a frog, but is wearing like pants, like capris and a tunic, but like her tongue is like lolled out of her mouth, like little flies are landing on her, and nothing's like really. She's just bent the wrong way, very clearly dead.
Oh.
So sad.
What happened?
Shh. And the little purple shape inside of the cage, you hear like the shush come from there. And Kristy, I'm gonna send you a picture. Do not show this to anybody, but I need you to know what you specifically are looking at inside of this cage.
Okay.
And no one else is ready for this yet.
Okay.
Like, I can't even describe. It's in our. Do you see this?
I want to know.
So you see this. You see this individual.
Oh, it's gotta be like a little purple cat or kitten, or it's a little purple tressum or something.
The face is like literally the reason why I was like, I can't just let everybody see it.
It's gotta be like a little purple tressum or something for Kristy to like be freaking out.
So this individual reaches onto the bars with their gauntleted hands and looks up at you and says, "Quiet! Shush! Whisper!"
Mentally, what happened?
Oh, well, by the Green Man, that's quite interesting that you can do that. I'm in a bit of a bind, as you can observe. I am Sir Talabar, and as one of the Summer Queen's loyal servants, I ask that you free me, please. You see, I was in the midst of a daring escape from the vile Babylon of Blightstra when our balloon was set upon by an ill wind and sent plummeting to its current unfortunate location. My pilot, the Honorable Wigglewog, and he holds out his hand.
Not Honorable Wigglewog!
He holds out his hand to the corpse that's there and says, "Did not survive. I've been trapped up here for quite a while now. You need to help me. I must tell my queen of the fall of Prismia."
Oh.
With blinding speed, the upper window of this tower suddenly opens, and with a blur of shadows and dark purple flesh, a form that you cannot see, for it moves with unnatural speed, reaches out, plucks up this bird cage.
No!
As Sir Talabar is screeching,
I'm reaching
from the basket, he cries out for help, and it is cut short as the window slams closed as quickly as it opened. And that is where we are going to end our session for tonight.
Oh! Oh my god, we need a long rest!
Yes!
I mean, listen, like, You guys can take a long rest at any time.
I know, but I want to be in there.
Are you sure you want to be in there?
Well, I don't want to be out here.
I don't know, maybe the snail would have taken you to someplace safe.
I think it really would have taken us to somewhere place safe. He's a chill dude.
Maybe, but
Maybe.
But also, what if those Harengon get home first and it takes us to where the Harengon are from, and then it's like, hey, Brigand King.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That was definitely going to take us back to its little house where it usually gets fed and beat. No.
This yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they beat me. Nah, this is some Beauty and the Beast shit.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you
100%.
for the raid. Oh my god, I didn't even realize that we got
Oh, we
raided.
got raided? Oh my
Thank you.
gosh,
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, Featherfall. Sorry, I literally just noticed this now. I wasn't looking at the chat.
Aw.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. I don't even know when that happened. I'm sorry. I didn't notice.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
Took a break, but we just went through it.
yeah, no, I mean, I figured we would get to the end. That is where we're gonna call it for this evening. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. Is there anything anybody needs to say other than check out Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games, join our Discord, subscribe to our YouTube, and follow us on Twitter?
That's it.
And check out our other games?
Yeah.
Join us next time.
Yeah.
Yo.
Hell yeah. GG.
So, the next time you're having a mental breakdown because you've just taken your first life, and you really don't know how to feel about it, especially after your warlock patron told you needed to be ready to take your first life. It's just not, you're just like not having a nice time. Be sure to add your proficiency bonus.
Oh yeah, it'd be like that. Yay! First step. Love you, bye.
I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy. Love you, bye.
Bye.